Listen closely, for what you are about to hear has the power to alter the very course of your life. Your thoughts create your reality. Your habits, the quiet, repeated actions you take each day, are the architects of your destiny. If you wish to rise above the ordinary and claim the life you were meant to live, you must build habits that sharpen your mind, harden your will, and awaken the power that already lies within you. Today, I will share with you 10 positive habits that, if practiced with discipline and consistency, will rewire your mindset and shape a future far greater than the one you now see. 1. Begin each day with clarity. The first habit is to start your day with absolute clarity. Each morning, before the noise of the world floods your mind, sit in silence and direct your thoughts toward your purpose. Ask yourself, what do I want? Who must I become to achieve it? What steps will I take today? This simple act of morning clarity turns chaos into order. A man without direction drifts endlessly. A man with a map commands his journey. When you train your mind to see the destination before the first step, your energy aligns with your vision and the day bends to your will. 2. Guard the door to your mind. Every thought you allow into your mind is a seed. Some will grow into towering trees of success. Others will poison your soil. Make it your habit to guard the gates of your mind. Turn away from negativity, gossip, and self-doubt. Surround yourself with voices of growth, books of wisdom, and people who lift your spirit higher. When you choose what you allow to enter, you choose the quality of the life you create. 3. Embrace daily gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a force. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, not tomorrow, not when you feel like it. Every single day, gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It clears the fog of despair and reminds you that even in difficulty, there is light. When you make gratitude a habit, your mind is rewired to seek possibility where others see only limitations. 4. Feed your mind with growth. Your mind is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever you plant. Make it your daily ritual to feed your mind with ideas that expand your vision. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to voices that push you forward, and study the principles of wealth, discipline, and self-mastery. The person who refuses to grow is choosing to decay. Growth is not an event, it is a habit. 5. Master the art of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. Every day, do something that strengthens your will, something difficult, something that forces you to rise above comfort. Wake up earlier than you want. Finish the task you feel like avoiding. Push past the moment you want to quit. Discipline is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it grows. And with discipline, there is nothing, absolutely nothing beyond your reach. 6. Visualize your success. Your mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. What you vividly and repeatedly imagine, you begin to attract. Make it your habit to spend a few quiet minutes each day visualizing your success. See yourself living the life you desire. Lesson can I carry into tomorrow? Reflection sharpens your awareness. It allows you to adjust, refine, and improve without judgment or self-pity. The mind that reflects grows wiser each day, and wisdom is the foundation of unshakable success. 9. Surround yourself with winners. You are a reflection of the company you keep. Spend your time with those who inspire you, challenge you, and hold you to a higher standard. Avoid the pull of mediocrity. When you surround yourself with winners, their energy becomes your energy. Their belief becomes your belief. And soon, what once felt impossible begins to feel inevitable. 10. End the day with intention. Just as you begin your day with clarity, end it with intention. Before you sleep, review your progress and set your sights on tomorrow. Write down your priorities for the next day. This simple habit allows your subconscious mind to work through the night, aligning your thoughts with solutions and opportunities. When you wake, you will find yourself ready to act, not react. These 10 habits are not temporary tricks. They are the blueprint for transformation. Practice them with consistency and faith, and they will rewire your mind for success. Remember this: your life is not shaped by what you wish for, you closer to the life you desire. But with clarity, sharp, precise, unshakable clarity, every thought, every step, every action becomes a deliberate strike toward your vision. Each morning, as the world is still quiet, you must take command of your mind. Sit in silence, free from the noise and chaos that will inevitably come with the day, and ask yourself 3 powerful questions. What do I want? Who must I become to achieve it? And what steps will I take today to move closer to it? These are not idle questions. They are the blueprint of a disciplined mind. A man who knows what he wants and who he must become is a man who cannot be stopped. Most people drift through life reacting to whatever the day throws at them. They live in a fog of uncertainty, waiting for opportunity to find them, waiting for circumstances to change. But opportunity does not visit the unfocused mind. It rewards the man who already knows where he is going, who has prepared his ground and sharpened his tools. When you begin each day with clarity, you are no longer a prisoner of chance. You are the master of your destiny. Understand this truth: your mind is a magnet. It attracts to you the people, the situations, and the resources that match the frequency of your dominant thoughts. When your thoughts are scattered, your results will be scattered. But when your thoughts are focused with crystal clarity on a definite purpose, your world begins to rearrange itself in your favor. You will see doors where before there were only walls. You will hear opportunities in conversations where others hear only noise. This habit of clarity is simple, yet few have the discipline to practice it. Each morning, write your purpose for the day. Visualize the outcomes you seek not just in vague terms, but in vivid, specific detail. If you wish to build a business, see yourself making the calls, signing the contracts, shaking the hands. If you wish to transform your body, see yourself in motion, sweating through the effort, standing taller, stronger, more confident. Your mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. It only responds to the images you feed it. But clarity is not only about seeing the destination, it is also about knowing the path. What steps will you take today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. One phone call, one chapter read, 1 hour of disciplined practice. It is in these small, deliberate steps, repeated with precision, that your dreams are transformed into reality. Clarity also gives birth to courage. When you know exactly where you are going and why you are going there, fear loses its grip on you. The noise of doubt from the world fades into the background. You are no longer swayed by the opinions of others, for you are guided by a vision far greater than their doubts. A man with clarity cannot be stopped by the whispers of fear or the distractions of mediocrity. And yet, clarity demands honesty. It requires that you strip away the excuses, the stories you tell yourself to stay comfortable. It forces you to confront the truth of where you are and what you must do to reach where you want to be. Many shy away from this because it is easier to drift than to face the weight of their potential. But those who choose clarity choose power, and those who choose power choose transformation. Remember this: the world does not respond to hesitation, but it bends to the will of the man with a clear and definite plan. When you wake each morning and anchor your thoughts in clarity, you begin to move with purpose. Your energy aligns with your vision, your decisions sharpen, and as the days stack upon one another, the compound effect of focused action builds an unstoppable momentum. Do not allow another sunrise to pass without claiming the clarity that is yours for the taking. The man who stands guard at the gate of his mind, allowing only that which builds, uplifts, and strengthens, becomes the master of his world. Understand this: your mind does not care what you feed it. If you give it images of failure, if you repeat words of limitation, if you surround yourself with people who live in fear and mediocrity, your mind will accept it as truth, and in time that truth will manifest in your actions, your habits, and your results. On the other hand, if you plant seeds of courage, discipline, and vision, and you nurture them daily, they will grow into a reality far beyond what you once believed possible. This is why you must build the habit of guarding your mental environment with fierce discipline. Begin by examining what you consume each day. What are you reading? What are you listening to? Who are you speaking with? Are these sources of growth or decay? Do they make you stronger, or do they leave you weaker, more doubtful, more afraid? Most people drift through life unaware that they are poisoning their own potential by allowing garbage to enter their minds unchecked. Replace the noise with wisdom. Read books that challenge you to think bigger, to act with greater courage, to live with greater discipline. Listen to voices that ignite your ambition and remind you of the power you hold. Surround yourself with people who push you forward, who demand the best from you, and who refuse to let you settle for less than you are capable of becoming. The mind is like a garden. If you neglect it, weeds will grow, weeds of fear, of doubt, of self-sabotage. But if you tend to it daily, pulling out the weeds and planting seeds of strength and vision, that garden will yield a harvest of success. Do not wait for someone else to do this work for you. No one will guard your thoughts but you. It is your duty, your responsibility, to protect the sanctuary of your mind. There will be moments when negativity tries to creep in, moments when fear whispers that you are not enough, when failure tries to convince you to quit. In those moments, you must stand firm. Speak to your mind with authority. Replace the voice of doubt with the voice of faith. Remind yourself of your purpose, of your vision, of the unshakable truth that you are capable of extraordinary achievement if you refuse to surrender to the noise. And understand this, guarding your mind is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice. Every morning, renew your commitment to focus on what builds you. Every evening, reflect on the thoughts you allowed to pass through the gates of your mind. Ask yourself if those thoughts served your vision or sabotaged it. This awareness will sharpen your discipline and deepen your ability to maintain control. When you take control of your mental environment, something remarkable happens. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You move with a calm confidence that others cannot understand. While they are paralyzed by doubt, you are propelled by faith. While they are distracted by noise, you are locked in on your vision. This is the quiet power of a mind that has been trained and guarded with intention. Never underestimate the power of this principle. Greatness is not a matter of chance. It is the result of deliberate and disciplined thought. Guard your mind and you will guard your future. Protect it, nurture it, and feed it only with that which serves your highest purpose. For in the end, the world you create will be nothing more and nothing less than a reflection of the thoughts you have chosen to allow in. Gratitude is not a fleeting emotion. It is a force, a discipline, a state of mind that reshapes your entire reality. When you rise each morning and discipline yourself to see what is right, what is good, and what is possible, you begin to rewire your mind for abundance and opportunity. The average man looks at his life and sees only what is missing. He counts his problems, magnifies his struggles, and convinces himself that life is against him. But the man who cultivates gratitude sees beyond the chaos. He sees the lessons in the hardships, the blessings in the struggles, and the opportunities hidden in every challenge. Each day, you must train your mind to dwell on gratitude with the same intensity that others dwell on fear or anger. Begin your mornings by writing down 3 things you are thankful for. They do not have to be monumental: the steady beat of your heart, the roof above your head, the strength to try again. This practice, simple as it may seem, sets your mind in motion for the day. It places your attention on what you have, not what you lack, and where your attention goes, your energy flows. Gratitude is the foundation upon which abundance is built. It creates a mental state that attracts more of what you desire. When you are grateful for what you have, you create room for more. The universe does not reward a mind of scarcity. It rewards a mind of appreciation. The man who is bitter, who curses his circumstances and blames the world, locks himself in a prison of limitation. But the man who walks through life with gratitude opens doors that others never even see. Do not mistake gratitude for complacency. To be grateful does not mean to settle. It means to appreciate where you are while striving for where you want to be. It is the balance between contentment and ambition, a rare state that fuels peace while driving progress. When you are grateful, you operate from a place of strength. You no longer chase success out of desperation or fear. You create it from a mindset of abundance. Gratitude also transforms the way you respond to adversity. There will be days when nothing seems to go as planned, when every door feels closed, when the weight of your challenges threatens to break you. In those moments, gratitude becomes your anchor. Instead of drowning in frustration, you find the strength to ask, what is this teaching me? How is this shaping me into the person I need to become? Every setback holds within it a seed of growth, but only the grateful mind can see it. Imagine two men facing the same storm. One curses the rain, hides in fear, and waits for it to pass. The other looks up, grateful for the water that will nourish the soil, and uses the time to prepare for the harvest to come. The storm is the same, but the mindset is different, and so are the results. Gratitude does not change the situation, it changes you, and when you change, everything around you begins to shift. Practice gratitude not only in quiet moments, but throughout your day. When someone helps you, acknowledge it. When you accomplish something, celebrate it, even if it seems small. When challenges arise, whisper a silent thank you for the chance to grow. Over time, this constant awareness rewires your brain. You become less reactive, less fearful, less consumed by what you cannot control. Instead, you move through life with calm confidence, knowing that every experience, good or bad, is shaping you for something greater. Gratitude also deepens your relationships. When you express appreciation to the people around you, when you recognize their value and the role they play in your journey, you create connections built on respect and trust. Gratitude sharpens your vision, fuels your resilience, and draws abundance toward you like a magnet. So begin now. Be grateful for where you are, for what you have, for the opportunities that lie ahead. Let that gratitude be the soil in which your dreams take root, and watch as they grow into realities far greater than you ever imagined. Your mind is the most fertile soil you will ever possess, and what you plant in it each day determines the harvest you will reap tomorrow. Every thought, every idea, every word you allow to enter that sacred space carries the power to shape your reality. Feed your mind with weakness, and you will grow weak. Feed it with strength, wisdom, and discipline, and you will grow strong beyond measure. The mind, like a garden, will grow anything you plant, but it is your responsibility to choose the seeds. Every day you are presented with a choice: to consume what dulls your vision or to nourish your thoughts with ideas that ignite it. Most people, without thinking, allow their minds to be flooded with noise, the endless chatter of the world, the shallow entertainment that numbs their ambition, the negativity that poisons their belief. They wonder why their lives remain stagnant, why they repeat the same cycles year after year, never realizing that the problem is not their circumstances but their mental diet. If you want to rewire your mindset, you must make a deliberate, unwavering decision to feed your mind only what makes it stronger. Start by filling your environment with sources of growth. Read books that challenge you, that teach you the principles of success, discipline, and vision. Study the lives of great men and women who have walked the path before you, who turned adversity into achievement and dreams into reality. Every page you read, every word you absorb, is a seed planted in your subconscious, a seed that, with repetition and reflection, will take root and bear fruit in the form of new habits, new beliefs, and new results. Guard the information you consume with the same intensity you would guard a treasure. Your time is your most valuable currency, and what you spend it on becomes what you build. Instead of wasting hours on distractions that serve no purpose, invest those hours in growth. Listen to voices that inspire you, to lessons that refine you, to ideas that stretch your vision beyond what you thought possible. Every moment you spend feeding your mind with growth multiplies your potential to create the life you desire. The power of this habit lies not in occasional effort, but in consistent repetition. A single day of learning will not change you, but day after day, week after week, year after year of feeding your mind with strength, wisdom, and truth will transform you into someone unrecognizable. Your thoughts will rise, your standards will rise, your actions will rise, and when your actions rise, so too will your results. Understand that growth often requires discomfort. New ideas may challenge the beliefs you've held for years. They may force you to confront the lies you've told yourself, the excuses you've clung to, the limitations you've accepted as truth. But lean into that discomfort because it is the birthplace of transformation. The mind that refuses to grow is the mind that slowly decays. The man who stops learning, who stops stretching, who stops seeking, begins to drift backward and soon wonders why life feels smaller, harder, emptier. Make learning a sacred ritual. Set aside time each day, even if it is only 30 minutes, to feed your mind with something that builds you. Study a principle and then take action on it. Knowledge without application is wasted potential. It is action that breathes life into the ideas you absorb. When you apply what you learn, even in small ways, your confidence grows, your faith strengthens, and your belief in what is possible expands. This habit also shapes the way you see challenges. When your mind is saturated with wisdom and growth, problems no longer paralyze you. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow through this?" That simple shift turns every difficulty into an opportunity for progress. It is the mark of a mind that has been trained for resilience, a mind that refuses to be broken. And there is something else as you feed your mind with growth. You begin to attract people and opportunities that match your new level of thinking. You will notice that the conversations you seek change, the rooms you enter change, the standards you hold yourself to change. Growth attracts growth. Success attracts success. When you elevate your thinking, the world cannot help but respond in kind. Never underestimate the power of a mind that is fed with purpose and intention. It is the foundation of every great achievement, the silent architect behind every success story you admire. So make the decision, starting now, to nourish your thoughts as carefully as you would nourish your body. Choose the seeds you plant, water them daily with repetition and reflection, and protect them from the weeds of doubt and distraction. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. It is the invisible thread that connects your desires to your results, the bridge that carries you from where you are to where you wish to be. Without discipline, dreams remain fantasies, promises you make to yourself but never keep. But with discipline, there are no limits to what you can create, no obstacles you cannot overcome, no mountain too high to climb. Every man hungers for success, but few are willing to submit themselves to the structure and order that success demands. They want the reward without the work, the victory without the battle. They wait for motivation to strike, for conditions to be perfect, for someone else to push them forward. But those who rise above the masses understand a powerful truth. You do not wait for discipline, you build it, one act of will at a time. Discipline begins with small, simple actions. It is waking up when the alarm rings instead of pressing the snooze button. It is finishing the task you promised yourself you would complete, even when fatigue whispers that you've done enough. It is choosing progress over comfort, action over excuses, focus over distraction. Each small victory strengthens your will. Each act of self-control builds the muscle of discipline until it becomes unbreakable. The mind will always seek the path of least resistance. It will whisper that you can start tomorrow, that missing one day will not matter, that your excuses are valid. This is the trap that holds most people captive. They believe their feelings must align before they act. But discipline is not about feeling ready, it is about acting despite the resistance. It is about showing up when it is hard, when it is inconvenient, when every part of you wants to quit. Understand this: discipline is a choice, and every choice carries a consequence. When you choose discipline, you choose growth, strength, and progress. When you choose ease, you choose stagnation, weakness, and regret. Each day, you are casting votes for the person you will become. What you consistently do, even in the smallest details, determines the life you will live. There is no greatness without sacrifice. The man who disciplines himself accepts that success demands the price of consistent effort. He understands that saying yes to his vision often means saying no to temporary pleasures. He is willing to rise earlier, to work longer, to push harder, to do what others will not. And because he does what others will not, he achieves what others cannot. Discipline is not a punishment, it is freedom. The undisciplined man is a slave to his impulses, tossed in every direction by distraction and emotion. But the disciplined man moves with control and purpose. He does not waste energy on meaningless pursuits. He channels his focus toward what matters most, and as a result, he achieves in months what others cannot achieve in years. If you wish to build discipline, start small but be relentless. Commit to one habit: waking up at the same time each day, reading for 30 minutes, exercising for an hour, and do it without fail. Over time, you will find that keeping your word to yourself builds confidence, and that confidence fuels greater discipline. Momentum grows with repetition. What was once difficult becomes natural, and what was once natural becomes effortless. Discipline also sharpens your resilience. Life will test you. There will be setbacks, failures, and seasons of difficulty that tempt you to quit. But the man of discipline does not crumble under pressure. He leans into the storm, keeps moving forward, and refuses to let temporary pain define his future. He understands that discipline is not only about building habits, but about building a mindset, a belief that quitting is never an option, that every challenge is simply another step toward mastery, and discipline, when practiced long enough, becomes character. It stops being something you do and becomes who you are. You no longer negotiate with laziness or distraction, because discipline has rewired your mind to see the value in consistency and the cost of inaction. At that point, success is no longer a question of if, but when. Remember this: discipline is the silent architect of your destiny. It will not shout, it will not beg, it will not plead for your attention. It waits for you to claim it, to commit to it, to live by it. And when you do, when you make discipline your companion and your guide, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stand between you and the life you are meant to live. Your mind is a powerful engine, capable of creating realities beyond anything you have yet imagined. But like any engine, it performs according to the images, beliefs, and commands you feed it. If you wish to change your life, you must first change the pictures you allow your mind to hold. This is the power of visualization, the ability to see, with absolute clarity, the life you desire, until your thoughts, emotions, and actions align to make it real. Every great achievement begins twice: first in the mind, then in the physical world. The skyscraper rises because someone first saw it standing against the skyline. The thriving business exists because someone first imagined the value they could create. The athlete stands on the podium because, long before victory, they saw themselves crossing the finish line in their mind. Before you can hold success in your hands, you must first hold it in your thoughts. The mind does not distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. When you close your eyes and see yourself living the life you desire, speaking with confidence, walking with purpose, achieving your goals, your subconscious accepts that image as truth. And once the subconscious accepts an idea as truth, it begins to orchestrate your thoughts, your habits, and your actions to match it. That is how belief is born, and belief, when fed with consistent action, becomes reality. To harness this power, you must make visualization a daily ritual. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes, breathe deeply until your mind is still. Then, with vivid detail, build the picture of the life you want. See the room you are in, the expressions on the faces of those around you, the sound of your own voice, the emotions that course through you as you live your dream. The more real you can make it in your mind, the faster you will draw it into your reality. But visualization is not idle daydreaming. It is not an escape from reality. It is the blueprint for creating it. You must pair the image with action. See yourself taking the steps required, doing the work, showing up with discipline and focus. Imagine yourself conquering the challenges, overcoming the setbacks, and celebrating the victories. When you rehearse success in your mind, you prepare yourself to execute with confidence in the real world. Consistency is the key. One session of visualization will not change you, but when you repeat this process daily, morning and night, without fail, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. The doubts that once held you back start to dissolve. The fear that once paralyzed you begins to fade. You start to move, think, and act like the person you have envisioned, and soon the world reflects that shift back to you. There will be those who laugh at this principle, who call it foolish, who dismiss it as fantasy. Let them laugh. They do not understand that every creation begins as an idea. They do not understand that the mind is the greatest workshop ever known to man. What you hold in your thoughts, you will one day hold in your hands, provided you are willing to pair that vision with relentless effort. Visualization also sharpens your focus. In a world full of distractions, most people wander aimlessly, never knowing where they are going. But when you have a clear mental picture of your desired future, you stop drifting. Your decisions become sharper, your actions more deliberate. You begin to filter out anything that does not align with your vision, and in doing so, you accelerate your progress. And perhaps most importantly, visualization builds belief. Success is not about talent alone. It is about faith in your ability to rise, to endure, to conquer. When you see yourself winning over and over in your mind, when you feel the emotions of that victory as though it has already happened, you develop an unshakable certainty that nothing can break. That belief drives you to act boldly, to take risks others are too afraid to take, and to persist when others quit. Remember this, you are always visualizing something. If you do not take control of that process, your mind will replay images of fear, failure, and limitation. And if you continue to feed those images, they will become your reality. Choose instead to take command of your thoughts. Choose to create every day a clear, powerful vision of who you wish to become and the life you wish to live. See it, feel it, believe it. Then step into your day and work as though that vision is already yours. For when the mind believes and the hands obey, the world itself has no choice but to yield to the power of your vision.